My first impression when I first saw Art of Fighting is that right off the bat in the intro of the game, they tell you about the motivations of the characters, right? You see the portrait, the picture of the gang, Rio is there, Robert is there, Yuri is there, and all of a sudden the picture portrait is shattered and you know that their piece is gone. So you understand their motivations, what is calling them to action. They're not fighting in a tournament, they're not fighting for prizes or money or to show their strength. There is this sense of urgency to rescue Yuri, and the time is running out. That is why you see all the time, Rio riding his motorcycle or Robert in his Ferrari rushing through the streets in this breathing, dangerous town. And you understand that these guys, they're fighting, in bars, in back alleys, in dangerous places. And they're facing gangsters and bikers and, punks, right? So this urban setting is very lifelike, very realistic, and it feels very much like a movie. It's unlike most games that were out there around that time. These, other games like Fighters History Dynamite or Street Fighter or World Heroes or Mortal Kombat, these guys, they were just fighting for no reason, right? But Rio and Robert, they're fighting for a very good reason. They want to rescue their loved one, right? So in that regard, I think the game is good because it's very effective at telling you exactly why these guys are called to action. That's first. The second part is you need to understand that once the game begins, all bets are off. Like everybody starts punching each other and they're bruising each other's faces. Their outfits tear apart. Well, not in Art of Fighting 1, but you get what I'm saying, right? You can knock the shades off of John Crawley's face, and it feels good. It's satisfying. It feels like watching one of those 80s or 90s martial arts movies, and it's very much grounded in reality. It feels like a very high quality product, and there's many things that this game implemented correctly, that they were very well planned out, that it would be years until somebody else would think of doing something similar again, of implementing those kind of things. So I thought the game was amazing. The music was great. The first stage music, it's evocative. It calls you into, to the fight, right? But there's also this undertone of worry and of struggle. The synth music is amazing. Like they were testing some of the top-notch Yamaha chips, I think they were saying the other day in an interview. They were testing very good chips for the music, and it sounds amazing. So the presentation was slick, and the story was good. The characters were believable. The setting was realistic. It felt like it could happen to you. So my young 10-year-old mind was just blown away, right? Like it scarred me for life. Like when I had the chance, I remember there was this one time in 5th grade where they asked us to do a small play that we would have to read in front of the class. And the only thing that came to my mind was the story of Art of Fighting. You could tell it beat by beat, and it was believable. Like people were rushing, they were fighting in the streets, they were asking questions, trying out to rescue a loved one. It was amazing. And I had to read it in front of the class, and I had some of the boys help me to read that for everybody. Like we would make the hit sounds, everybody would play a different character. It was a smashing success, I gotta say. It was a smashing success, but it's because I could think of nothing else. Really, I couldn't. It was amazing. It blew me away.